What is good, my squad, man? I'm back here with another reaction video. You feel me? Say it with me. You feel me? Yeah. Why young Dolph killer is still in danger after not guilty verdict? Nigga, I know why. Nigga, we all know why. If you don't know why, nigga, then you... Hold on. My light needs to be up a little bit more. And I need to turn this one on. But if you don't know why, nigga, you do your homework. Matter of fact, you just not a street person, you feel me? If you don't know why, motherfucker. Motherfuckers is still gonna want to take him out. No man, they don't give a what the verdict got to say. Yeah, they gonna put matters into their own hands. You feel me? But look, though, we're gonna get straight to the video. Make sure you like, comment, motherfuckers, subscribe. Your family.
The alleged mastermind of young Dolph's murder was just found not guilty. So we're going to explain in this video what the circumstances were that led to a not guilty verdict. We're also going to explain the possibility of CMG and Yo Gotti potentially being charged in the future. We're also going to break down why a not guilty verdict was the worst possible option for this dude. Because being in jail and being incarcerated is the worst possible option for the future. We're also going to break down why a not guilty verdict was the worst possible option for this dude. Because being in jail and being incarcerated...
Of course, a nigga like you would say some stupid shit like that.
...is a whole lot safer than him being a free man.
State of Tennessee versus Hernandez-Govan, count 2. We, the jury, find defendant Hernandez-Govan not guilty in count 2.
I know he will have it. It don't matter how safer he is. Who the hell wants to be locked up for the rest of their life? Come on, bro. What? Tell me something. That's the worst option they could have. Worst option they could have gave him was not guilty.
Ma'am.
Court's in session.
No sense.
Ma'am. Ms. Johnson, is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
It don't matter. I don't give a damn how.
Is this your verdict?
I don't care.
Is this your verdict? Yes, Your Honor. Is this your verdict?
The mafia come after me.
Yes.
I'd rather be
Is this your verdict? Yes. Is this your
outside.
verdict? Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict? Yes, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't care who after me, bro. I don't care who after me, bro. I'd rather be outside. I'd rather die living what I want to do. I'd rather get taken out doing what the hell I want to do, not locked up with a whole bunch of niggas.
Jury, I want to thank you for your service this week.
Motherfuckers I know I definitely can't trust.
Guilty or not guilty. We knew the answer to that going into this trial. The question was, can you prove he's guilty? Do you have enough to prove he's guilty? And when you look at exactly how this young Dolph murder was set up, yo, they was very strategic. They were not on the phones discussing this. They weren't discussing this through text messages. This was literally, hey, bro, come to the spot. Yo, we got a bag on his head. The message went out in the streets, and they weren't tapping in or checking up with nobody, bro. Yo, when you collect the bag, you collect the bag.
That's how they not
tapping in with nobody to make sure a murder take place. And that's exactly how this took place. So there was no paper trail. There was no communication trail to lock in Hernandez-Govan. All you really had was the testimony from the actual shooters and the killers. Which, when you put somebody who committed a murder on his head, their credibility is always going to be called into question. All right, now seeing Hernandez-Govan give us those crocodile tears, to me, was something to watch, right? It was something to behold, bruh. People are sociopaths, homie. After the not guilty verdict, this man looked that camera in his eyes, and he was cosplaying a father of 4 who ain't never committed a crime in his life. Look how cold Hernandez-Govan played it after the not guilty verdict.
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
I just want to say thank you to my attorneys, Manny, Robert, Haley, Beth, Handel, my private investigators, everybody for helping me. I didn't have the resources to necessarily, cover everything, and Manny still helped me, and he knew I was innocent. Everybody around me knew I was innocent. I just want to say thank you to the jurors for getting this right and getting my life back.
And that's the main thing. What was it like during the trial? At what point did you think, hey, wait a minute, I think I have a chance?
Well, I knew I had a chance from the beginning because I knew in my heart I was innocent. And so, you know, it was times during the trial, you know.
Well, y'all can't connect me, nigga. He probably did do it, shit. We may never know.
Of course, you get some frustrations and stuff here and there, but overall, I knew my innocence would prevail.
What I realized, especially watching this trial or even watching a Law and Crime interview Hernandez Govain, I realized that a lot of us know a lot more about this case than even like the professionals. Like us who've been covering or watching this case or been in the weeds of this for about 4 to 5 years.
No, nigga. They know. They can't prove it. Yeah.
Now, we understand.
They can know. Oh yeah, we know
he
he did that. Well, we can't prove it.
Like the professionals understand. Like for example, they gave the motivating factor. They attributed Hernandez Govain motivating factor to be involved in this young Dolph murder to he wanted the bag, or he was connected to CMG for music opportunities. Yeah, that's it. But no, like Hernandez Govain considered J Money and D Money like his nephews. That was the #1 motivating factor, but it wasn't brought up in court. Hernandez Govain is over at J Money and D Money's mama house eating gumbo.
Fuck.
They've been like neighbors for years. J Money, obviously, we know, was a rapper from
Memphis. It's like this, you want him to be locked up or something? You want him? Like, damn, we the same skin color, nigga.
He was popping. He was with Chief Keef. He was rolling around, but he was also like Young Dolph's mentee, Young Dolph's right hand. J Money and Young Dolph was really close up until his death. Now, when J Money passed away, Young Dolph became a CEO, and Young Dolph was forced to do business with people who ain't really get along with, J Money folks, right? Or D Money, J Money's little brother, or Trula Mafia. Dolph signed Big Unk. Big Unk was supposedly responsible for the death of D Money.
If you know all this shit too, you too deep into this shit. You got too much. I know this is the nigga job, you feel me? But it's like, it couldn't be my job. Yeah, I can't investigate motherfuckers' life. I just don't care. I don't care about what a motherfucker got going on. You feel me? I see clips throughout the third, but I'm not gonna go out my way to search it up.
J Money's little brother. So when Young Dolph signed Big Unk, D Money's mama is all on Facebook, all on Twitter, cussing out Young Dolph. The streets is talking, songs is being made, calling Young Dolph flawed. And that's when Trula Mafia turned against Young Dolph. And that's when Trula Mafia had their own motivating factor to take out Young Dolph.
Yeah.
They weren't just riding around hunting for CMG. No, they were riding around hunting for themselves as well.
Yeah.
So when we understand this case at a micro level, that I don't even feel like investigators or detectives understood this case.
I'm sorry if you already answered, but when you heard those 5 words, you are free to go. Just that reaction.
You want to know how I felt?
Absolutely.
How do you feel?
It's hard to explain the
how
feeling
would you
of knowing
feel?
you got your life back. And it's one of the best feelings I ever experienced. And I'm just happy to be free.
How much of a weight is this, lifted off of your shoulders after hearing not guilty, not guilty?
It's a huge weight,
Man, look, I would touch him. Look, do I have to do this? Like, why do I have to sit here and answer questions on live television? Like, I'm not, no.
For my son, I have an autistic son.
Bye.
So
not doing this.
That's what my fight was mainly for.
I can't believe it, man. All that ratting we did the last 4 years, and he still beat it? God damn. Now, let's go over to a courtroom reporter who's been following this case just as long as probably I've been following this case, and he breaks down...
Yeah, I bet, nigga. I told you this nigga, look, you just said as long as I've been following this case, I couldn't do it, dude. I can't, bro. Like, that shit ain't got nothing. That ain't my homie. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me.
It's just as
then again, it's his job, but damn.
And he breaks down and he explains exactly what he
thinks he like doing this shit
were that led to this not guilty verdict.
The longer that the jury deliberates, the better it is for your client. They're discussing certain things, but this was a very limited amount of information, very limited jury verdict form that they had to consider essentially 3 charges all wrapped around the same thing. So it wasn't a lot of complexity there. It was really about, did they believe the state's main witness, or did they not believe it? And that's what it came down to.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like in a case like this, there's not that much physical evidence to deal with at all, right? The state was never alleging that Govan was the man who pulled the trigger. Right. So his argument is, why are you believing what?
Correct. The entire case is credibility of what he says, Cornelia says, as opposed to, well, we don't have to say anything as the defense, but do you believe the state's main witness? A young man who has a lot to gain or lose based upon his testimony, and not just this trial, but prior trials, who's facing the same charges, who was actually admitted to be the gunman,
credibility is
with
gone.
the most powerful weapon.
Let me find out, bro.
And
telling.
so when you deal with that, and then a lack of
Somebody was
true
telling?
evidence, no concrete text messages to show, yes, we got him, or this is the plan, or we're here. Nothing, no content.
They even admitted in court that Justin Johnson and Cornelia Smith, the 2 killers, that they had no contact with Hernandez Govan for weeks before they went and killed young Dolph.
Damn.
Because there was no conversation needed to be had. The bag was put up. We got 100,000 on Dolph. Whoever collects it first, come at us.
Bro,
hit us up.
Think about it, y'all. How long was that hit out before they went to go decide to go, well, if that hit had been out for like some weeks like that, for like a month, let's say that had been out for like a month, right? And they said they ain't been in contact for 3 weeks. Now, if that's some premeditated ass shit right there. If he really had something to do with it, that mean, okay, well look, we ain't gonna hit you for wah for this long, right? We gonna wait this long, then we gonna catch him. Just so you ain't got nothing, you feel me? Make sure you ain't got nothing. I eat that. That's what happened, though.
Right? But yo, Cornelius Smith,
I don't know.
And Justin Johnson,
I'm not a killer.
actually contacted Big Jook after the murder.
I just watched
movies.
movies.
They contacted Hernandez Govan. So if we ain't talked for months before the day y'all murder young Dolph, and we ain't really talk afterwards, y'all got call logs of us going back and forth. But here's the mistake, though. Justin Johnson admitted in court that Hernandez Govan sold him pills, right? He was his drug dealer.
Tell him.
So the calls that they were having, the back and
was
forth,
about drugs.
that could just be attributed to Cornelius Smith wanted pills. It was hard to really pin him down. There's no.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like they can't really pinpoint it. Ain't no. Oh God.
Weeks before the murder, for weeks, and the day after the murder, they ain't communicating.
And basically, what he's saying is, that's what I'm saying. Your credibility is low, especially for a criminal. Like, you feel me? So you saying this was your drug dealer. You feel me? This is your dealer. Right? He be boom, boom, boom. He sell you pill, all right? But the call logs, he trying to tell on bro, right? Tell him, bro, oh yeah, but you fucked up by telling him that you selling pills, that you sold him pills. That he be selling you pills. You feel me? So if he's selling you pills, that call could have been like, hey, bro. Let me get a little perk, a little fake, I knew the perk was still fake, but I still ate that motherfucker. You feel me? Let me get one of them. You feel me? It couldn't have been, bro, we finna take this nigga out and do how. So they like, I don't know, man. We don't know which one to go, man. We can't. I don't know, man.
So to them bring him on evidence this week, to me, is just insane and it's crazy, right?
Stay in your lane,
but
man.
He would also touch on the possibility that other people.
Today I'm going to plug in co-producer, play your beat.
Could be indicted.
The only thing that I understand the state to have produced to the jury for them to consider were, you've got multiple phone calls, and for Mr. Govan to be the...
He said them phone calls could just be drug deals. You just wanted pills. Pill popper. Hey, you see that video? He's a pill popper. Oh yeah. I'm finna find it. Hold on, cause I just seen it, bro. Chicken P has been sentenced to 6 years. Fuck. Damn, Chicken P has been sentenced to 6 years on firearm and drug charges. He will serve 3 years in prison, 3 years on papers. He's decided to be released in September. He's excited. He's expected. What the fuck? I was reading too fast. He's expected to release in September 2028. Damn, yo, this nigga. Don't mind my cuticles, okay? I be picking my. I'm anxious, you know. Yeah. Damn, Mo. But yeah, though, pill popper. What you talking about? Where that video at? He's a pill popper. And you pop pills. Bro. Like, I don't know how y'all be popping them motherfuckers. Like, bro, that shit crazy. And then people be sniffing them hoes. Like, nigga, you snorting them hoes now, nigga? Like, damn, like, nigga. I'm gonna just press play. I'm gonna find it.
The state's main witness of supplying pills and all those things. That would not be.
Right here, look. Pop pills. Pill popping.
Multiple contacts. They live in the same neighborhood. You can't just go off of, well, I call this person a ton of times to prove a conspiracy case. That's a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, so what happens now then?
Well, I think, as the state somewhat alluded to in their closing argument yesterday, and someone in the way of the proof through one of the law enforcement witnesses, are there additional parties who could be complicit? And
y'all niggas be sitting up there, be off the pills like these, though. Y'all be sitting up there like... Like, nigga, you was good? Are you good? Yeah, you good, dog? What the throw some water on that nigga. Something.
The conspiracy.
Y'all niggas
I don't know if that's the case. We heard Mr. Mims' name mentioned a lot, but he's now deceased. So obviously nothing can come of that. It just, I think they need to take a step back and probably regroup and see if the investigation needs to go anywhere, or if it just rests there. They do have at least 2 of the individuals, the most complicit.
The ones that actually did it.
Shooters, accepting responsibility in one case and being found guilty in the other case.
Yes. So do you think this makes it more or less likely that they're going to be able to go after, higher up parties?
Less likely. I mean, you would be putting the state's main witness on now for a 3rd or 4th or 5th trial. And every single time that he goes and gets on the stand, the hope as a defense attorney is his testimony changing? And bit by bit, piece by piece, it's just like he becomes a weathered person at that point. I mean, that's a taxing thing to be on the stand, multiple trials for multiple hours at a time, and have to remember and be consistent with everything.
Yeah, I mean, to your point,
you say the same shit over and over and over and over. And if you don't, then they catch up that man's lying, or either like, okay, but you said this, but you said you licked his nose, but then he said, so which one did you do it? Like, is you licking popping pills? Is you licking noses? What you doing, Mo? You feel me? Like, you licking toes? Ooh, I mean, you licking toes. I know you nasty.
Was a pretty quick
Ooh,
trial.
you.
To come to this conclusion within just 3 or 4 days.
Right.
Seems
licking
like
toes.
the jury
I don't care if it's straight out the shower, nigga. I don't care.
Kind of what they were going to come to.
Well, I don't know if that's the case that they knew. I
You
mean,
nasty.
from a human perspective,
Right.
they're
They decided
told not
quickly.
exactly. I mean, it was one of those things that they probably had to go back into the jury deliberation room and say, do we believe what he said, the state's main witness? Forget what the girlfriend said for the most part. Law enforcement's testimony wasn't really helpful whatsoever. The autopsy, it was what it was. But does this young man's testimony line up? And do we have enough? And what a lot of people fail to remember is that it's not just beyond a reasonable doubt. It is beyond a reasonable doubt for a criminal case. But in our jury instructions, as Judge Johnson Mitchell read to the jury yesterday, it requires a moral certainty. And that level of certainty that you would exercise in your most important affairs, you know, where to put a child, a sick parent, where to move, things higher than that, quite frankly. What to do about a parent who's suffering with the deliberate...
Sorry, my nigga. He talking a lot.
Just a horrible illness or sickness. Those are the levels of certainty that you have to have when convicting a person, because truthfully, you're obviously taking the person's freedom away. And the jury knows the stakes, even though they don't know the potential consequences and aren't told about the punishment options. They know the consequences. You're dealing with the most serious offense of first-degree murder.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
For a trial that was only relying on testimony or witness testimony.
He was talking so much, I forgot about this nigga. Look at this nigga. He got lazy, y'all. This motherfucker lazy than a motherfucker. He pick up the slack. Man.
Yo, the witnesses that came up weren't really like that credible, bro. All right, like Cornelius Smith.
Exactly.
He's fighting a murder. Like, he killed young Dolph. He got to say whatever he got to say to get out of this. The detective came.
Yo, bro was telling. No.
Brilliant job at making that detective look like a pathological liar.
So I'm saying, bro, criminal credibility is very low. You don't have none. You're a criminal. You don't have no credibility.
The file was, hey, I seen Cornelius Smith and Hernandez Govain like link up and afterwards, but I didn't really hear what they were talking about. He just told me that Hernandez Govain had money for him. It doesn't make sense. Now, he touched on the possibility of them pursuing other people. I'll be real, man. If they ain't have enough on Hernandez Govain, they don't got enough on Yo Gotti, bro. Because Yo Gotti is a couple degrees separated.
I ain't gonna say on God.
Now, who had the 100,000 to put up on Young Dolph's head?
You don't say that.
Obviously, the head of CMG, which is Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti is the multi-millionaire in the situation. Yo Gotti's brother wasn't a multi-millionaire. He was doing pretty well for himself. He was the president of CMG, but the budget and the 100,000 came from Yo Gotti. It had to have come from Yo Gotti, right? From my perspective, my opinion, allegedly, okay? So the bag man is just responsible for, hey, yo, I'ma cover the 100,000. My brother gonna do all the negotiating, all the recruiting. Yo Gotti probably ain't never picked up a phone or talked to Cornelius, Justin Johnson, or Hernandez Govain in his life. In his life. So if you ain't have enough to charge or arrest Big Jook, you ain't have enough to convict Hernandez Govain, you ain't got enough to charge or damn near get a conviction for Yo Gotti. Forget about it, bro. Now, Hernandez Govain's lawyer, when he was asked after the not guilty verdict, he also brought up the fact that, yo, go after the real people. Go after the people who is capable of coming up with $100,000 to put on somebody's head. Those people is CMG and Yo Gotti.
Shut up, nigga.
Don't come after my client because he's like the easy person to pick off because you think that he don't got no resources. And honestly, I feel like that was also a
so that was the argument.
Kind of
damn.
In like her
man.
Right? They seen, man, he's like he's like the poorest one in the group, man. You feel me? He ain't Yo Gotti. He don't got $1 million. You feel me? Like
definitely not
he don't got no 100,000 to put up.
God.
Where the people at that y'all are accusing of putting up the 100,000? Y'all mentioned CMG and Big Jook and Yo Gotti multiple times during the case. Well, where they at? Why are picking on the lower man?
In the whole case,
I think you get in bed with dogs, you get fleas, and that should have been done all the way through. If I could find all the holes in the case after 4 years of police investigations, you darn well know they could have. And I frankly think they shaded things, did whatever they had to do politically to make this a case, and they didn't actually go after the real perpetrators.
Anything else you'd like to say?
I'm good, thanks.
If I'm Hernandez Govain, not only am I not staying in Memphis, bro, I'm not even staying in the United
They trying to say
States.
CMG is the real perpetrators because they put the hit out, allegedly. You right? But they actually got the people. But it's like, if I see where they coming from, though. You feel me? Because they got the people who took out young Dolph. but they ain't got the people who sent them people to take out young Dolph. You feel me? That's what the lawyer's talking about. That's what the lawyer said the real perpetrators are.
Y'all gonna have to find me in Jamaica or something, bro. Young Dolph and PRE, they have shown they have a
all these damn names, man. I don't know.
When it comes to sliding, they get busy. They gonna get their man, homie. Bro, they got big.
Blazing.
Yo, think about all the people connected to this case that we know of, bro. Right? Yo, I can go down a laundry list of Trula Mafia and CMG affiliates that done died since Young Dolph passed away. CEO Teasy, he came up in court. He was trying to introduce straight drop to CMG, trying to get them signed. He was also one of the middlemen in this case. He got killed. Big Jig got killed. Yo, if Hernandez Govan feels like he'll be able to stay safe in Memphis, he's out of his mind. Because now he's on house arrest no more. Because if you guys remember, when he was like giving bond or bail, they told him, hey, bro.
That boy is not safe. Let that boy out of jail.
You can't leave the house. Because we fear if you leave the house, you going to get killed. We want you back in court. That was one of
now they don't care no more.
Leave the crib. Bro, he tried to get like a work release. They denied it. They said, bro, you going to die if you go outside.
Fuck.
So if he stays in Memphis, man, he's in grave danger. I think is almost a
nigga
done
leave.
deal at this point.
I'll be gone.
They ain't living a full life.
Damn.
This is just the price of it, man. It's the price of the streets, bro.
No
you
cap,
feel me? You do wrong gonna come back to you, man. But I'm praying for his safety. I'm praying for the safety of everyone.
No
we
cap,
don't condone violence on this channel. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? When y'all think Hernandez Govan is really not guilty, let me know, okay? And if you're still watching,
shit, I don't know, nigga. I really don't give it. But hey, man, I don't know if he's guilty or not. But obviously, he's not guilty. They just said he's not guilty. But then again, you feel me? That's why I really came, because it's just a whole bunch of fucking people that just giving their opinion. You feel me? That's why that's crazy how this world works. It's just crazy. But yeah, man, make sure you like, comment, motherfucking subscribe if you like the motherfucking video, man. I'm gonna catch y'all in the motherfucking next one, man. Stay in your lane, you won't crash. As soon as you hop in somebody's lane, right, left blinker, wake up, right, you go over there, bam! Oh! Ah! You crash. Stop doing that shit.